Right. Well, I'm back. Ready to paint again and draw or something. So, yeah, I've been looking forward to this all day. Today, I went to the Broad Museum in LA and saw the William Kentridge show. And oh my gosh, it was so amazing. It was so amazing that I got the book because it's just amazing. I've been just really dying lately to work with charcoal more because I was doing a little film with charcoal a couple weeks ago and got all messy. And then I did charcoal with the kids that I teach. And so got all messy. And so that it just makes me kind of anxious to play with it more and get, you know, and play. And so seeing William Kentridge's work today was just astonishing. His charcoal drawings and his charcoal films and films made from the charcoal drawings, and just I was so inspired. Anyway, here actually I'll turn this camera around. Let you see. There, have a peek. It's an amazing, amazing show. I didn't like open this up really much yet. I just couldn't wait to just get home and read it, but I got home and did other things. Let's just look at this. All of this becomes stop motion animation. The museum was just filled with these amazing charcoal drawings. They're just beautiful. And there he is. Let me find you a few more like this. Incredible. Just beautiful stuff. Let's see. Thumb through. Yeah. I love how he adds a little bit of blue pastel to a lot of his drawings. And then there's also red marks on a lot of them too. Some red line work. Oh, like, just look how powerful. It's incredibly expressive. Yeah. So yeah, this left me just absolutely wanting to just get some charcoal out and see what I can do and just have some fun tonight. No idea where it's going to go. Oh, here's the red marks I'm talking about. He's fearless the way he explores things and tries different things, and I love that. So I'm into kind of the way I do on my daily paintings. I don't really have a plan many times. I'm just grabbing it tonight before it gets too late at night. Grabbing paper, grabbing charcoal. So no plan, nothing figured out yet, but I've got my box of charcoal, all different types. So let's see. I'll just start. See what's left of these ones. So these are the ones I use these for most of my drawing with my encaustic work in the studio. I draw with the willow stick charcoal. If you've never seen this, it is charcoal that's made from the willow tree. So it's yeah, I use it with the kids. Yeah, I can't get this out. I like tell them how amazing it is because you can put stuff down and erase it. And it's part of what William Kentridge did when he would draw something and then he would, smudge it out and do stop motion and draw it again and smudge it out and draw it again. And so, like, for example, that bird that we saw would be drawn and then erased and drawn again. And you end up getting this flight of the bird with a little bit of an echo because it doesn't quite erase out. So here, if I put a line down, see, I can erase it out a little bit. So anyway, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm not doing a stop motion animation right now, but I do want to. So like that is on the horizon. Yeah, I'm just gonna go landscape in my head or something like that and see what comes out. Not sure if I like it on this paper or not. You get a texture for sure. It's the pastel paper. But yeah, I change my mind and take it out. Might just go for a different paper too. Let's see what else I have. That's not going to be satisfying. I don't know if I don't think I like the texture with it. Let's go for one of these. It's got a little bit of a tooth to it too, but see how that smears in better? Here. Yeah. I think one of my, I don't know which were my favorites today. So he had all kinds of ideas with film and shadow. You make these sculptures and then use them in his films as shadow, like shadow puppets. He did operas. He did so many things. I just was completely unaware of the extent of his work. I didn't know. He's from South Africa, and most of his work deals, well, most of it, I guess, deals with apartheid and different issues there and the struggles of people in South Africa. And it was just so compelling, such important work. And I think just to be able to explore that way and put things down in a variety of ways. So with the charcoal, with the films that he makes, with the sculptures, all of it. And he had this one that was just, yeah, it's so hard to describe. But it was a cylinder mirror with the drawing all around it, and that ends up being reflected onto the mirrored cylinder that's in the middle, which turns out then gets filmed and makes the animated film. It was amazing. If you're in LA area, it's there for I think another week, maybe 2. You should go and see it because it's absolutely worth it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I like just using my fingers. You can also use blenders, all different ways to get this in. And I didn't come probably as prepared as I should have. Texture of this. You can definitely leave it. You put it down dark and not smear it. I'm just trying to get some basis to build up on, I think. Which I'm not quite liking that. That's just the nice thing about this. Okay, if you don't like something, then yeah, Kentridge had even some of his landscape drawings became part of the animated process too, where you'd have these trees that all of a sudden maybe it's spring or something, and more leaves get added, and the tree changes as part of the animated thing. Describing it so well. It's late in the day. I'm taking it all out. Look at that. Like that. And it's kind of fun, just, it like really doesn't matter if I end up erasing the whole thing, because it is just kind of about getting messy, right? And getting that process that I'm so excited about, just trying different things. Let's see if I remember to bring any other tools with me. And I didn't. Oh well. I got an eraser. That works. I love a good museum trip, I was talking to my students yesterday just about that, and about was a study that the Met did on the average amount of time somebody spends with an artwork, and like 30 seconds is just kind of crazy. I've heard different studies too, so I've heard different amounts. So I don't know. I think I would trust the study the Met did, though. They've got to know. But 30 seconds is the average. And so it's like, well, I guess a challenge then would be to just really try to spend, in fact, they have a whole day of that, of slow art day, where you go and see if you can spend more than that 30 seconds with a piece of art. Try to spend an hour, or half hour even, with a piece of art. And that was like, I could just have asked them to let me spend the night at the museum today, because I couldn't get enough. I wanted to sit in front of some of these things. A lot of it was just like overwhelmed, because there's all rooms with video on all sides and things like that. There's a lot to take in. And a lot of the subject matter is clearly just really sad and really difficult subject matter. So I think I would have been definitely on, I mean, I was on overload, but to spend the night probably would have been. But there's some of those that I just needed more time trying to figure out what was going on. What was it about? What was he thinking? I just absolutely love to go and learn more from him someday. Thinking about part of me, I'm just trying to figure it out, because I'm like, part of me is like, all day I kept thinking of this project that I have. I have a project with a clothesline involved with it, and I kept thinking, well, that would be really fun to do in charcoal one day, and kind of replicate it a little bit. But quite sure where to put the clothesline or how it would fit in this composition. Now that I put the tree right there. Huh. It's always one of those things you can sit and figure out or not. Yeah, it would have to be like in the very foreground, or maybe not. And the sheet's blowing that way. That might be too much with the lines. Yeah, that might be for a different one. I don't know, I'll try. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Ooh, a crooked clothesline. It would be better if the line was erased instead, maybe? Mm-hmm. It's looking like sheets. Not exactly. I should have just drawn the whole thing with the eraser in the first place, but that's okay. So that's pulling up that way, and that's pulling up that way. Oh, this is kind of fun. Oh my goodness. Well, definitely recommend going to a museum sometime soon if you haven't been to one lately. I don't like, ever since COVID, I just really haven't had a regular practice of it and realized that. Like, I go to local things, but to go into LA is a bigger deal. And it shouldn't be. It wasn't, well, traffic on the way home was bad, but on the way there, it only took an hour. And it's just so worth it. I feel so inspired. And I forget how much I need that. Probably does make sense. I'm like thinking about how big are these sheets? You know, these are rows of dirt or crops or something. Oh well, it's all just for fun, right? So I like about my dailies. They don't really matter. Let's see, play with the sky a little bit. Try this yet either. Try that. And I really like the idea of getting some pastel in this too. Grab my pastels, I should. Maybe I'll go get them really quickly. Because this could look cool maybe if there was like a little bit of blue in that sky. That would be kind of neat just to see what happens. Or just play with this red line idea and getting it just on the clothesline or some little part, you know. A little bit on the obvious side, but, you know. Generally, I have a blending tool too that I use. But that's the thing about live streaming. I hit the go live button before I was quite ready. My daily paintings, I wait till I finish everything, and that's when I do this. It's if you're just joining me for the first time. I paint or draw at the end of the day before I go to bed at night. It's just a relaxing practice. And it makes sure that I get some painting in the day on days that I don't get painting in for sure. And on days that I do get painting in, it makes sure that I just get to play, which is nice. Setting back a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of working. Some other kind of mark making we could do with this. About this, if I ended up with anything I liked, I would need to spray it for sure, because this just blow on it, right? And it goes away. Where's the other charcoal? Let me see if I have some of that here. It's a lot more permanent. You know, what did we get one out here? Got this one too, charcoal pencil. Use this yet. Yeah. I'm gonna my tub of charcoal. This is what the kids left me. So this is after playing charcoal with, what is it, like 120 kids or something like that. No, I think it's more. Yeah. I've got first graders too and fourth graders. So you can use different sides of this. Oops. It's going to get a little darker than the other, which I don't know if I really want it darker, but I just want my hands to show the work, right? I want that to. Clean off the eraser. Love drawing with an eraser. It's so much fun. Well, value-wise, that's not making sense having this white ground back there. Yeah, that's where I need a blender. It is elsewhere. Okay. Well, might as well go grab something. Let's see. Okay, we'll do that. Blend with that too. I'm gonna grab my pastels and blender. Because I think that would be a great idea. It's still very. No, close by. It's too many things. My charcoal hands, and I'm back. Here we are. Okay. Let's hope that there's a blender in my pastel case, just across the room. So we will see. So now I can get in and take some of that out. I didn't want to be, just want a little slightly darker value. So it's not white. Yeah, that's where I put, oh, maybe I put green in or something instead of the blue. Yeah, think on some of these ideas. You never know. I just love the way the blue stands out in his drawings. It's so neat. It just captivated me for sure. That goes too dark right there. Ooh, there, I got my red mark. Unintentional. But it's kind of cool. Look what just that little bit does. You can also use what's called white charcoal in a charcoal drawing, which isn't really technically charcoal, but they call it white charcoal. If I want that post to be whiter or something, well, that looks horrible, but that would be the idea of it. That was not a good idea. But who knew? Let's just go over more charcoal. You see how forgiving this stuff is, honestly. It doesn't take much. If I wanted that to be a straight pull, I can always, this is a liquid charcoal. That's another thing I can explore sometime very, very soon. But it's only because I don't have a ruler nearby, so I'll use that as my ruler and get a straighter line. That would be a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna play with getting a teeny bit more of that color on. That was just accidental, but it looks like it's that little bit of reddish. Yeah, that's a little too red. This one looks more orangey brick red or something. I don't know which piece of pastel that came off of. But I'll get a little more on there. Now we got it too. Okay. Make it a little back there. We need a thinner eraser next time. You can certainly use a kneaded eraser, I suppose, and then get it the size you want. But I feel like the rubbery ones, the plastic erasers, work better with charcoal. Really white now. All right. Yeah, we can get it straighter. Let's see what else to have better ruler. I think this will work better. Yeah, there I couldn't see. Oh gosh. Okay. It's like I moved the whole clothesline. It's a very good thing this stuff comes off so easily. Yeah, it makes me happy. I did it again. I keep kind of changing the angle of that, but that's all right. Does it really, really matter? Because I'm only trying to have fun. Smudged up all that too. Okay, let's see. I think the best thing is being able to hold it on its side like that and get these just neat little angly things going on, different kinds of marks. And every now and then you can draw with it too, but it's such a definite line then. Whereas these little smudgy things, you kind of never know what's going to come out exactly. If it'll work at all. It's going super wild in this foreground. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that needs definitely a thinner eraser to do some of these things. Oh well. There we go. All right. Okay, let's see. If I should just leave that as it is with just the red, probably. I don't want to complicate this. Make it about color at all. I might put a touch more back here. I feel like I dragged something across that. What did I do? Maybe that's, when I dropped the pencil. Huh. See what I mean? Just that little mark there. It's actually kind of a neat mark, but it doesn't belong, but it is a neat mark. Like, let's just see if I did it again, if that would happen. Yeah. Interesting. Just a little bit. Can't see it as much. Definitely see that. It's like, do you fix it or do you make more of them? That's the question. Maybe just leave it and let people wonder. There's still some trace amounts of that color in the blender, the stomp. Yeah. I think I might be happy with this. Definitely want to get out the big chunky charcoal in my studio and do some like massive. He had some of his charcoal drawings that were probably 12 feet high. Incredible. I was like, I want to know how to do that. It feels like it was, certain ones were definitely pieced together. So working on lots of sheets of paper, but you really have to have a plan then. You can't just go in blind like this. Anyway, I'm feeling better. I'm like, gosh, I really, really, really wanted to play with charcoal for all week anyway, and then especially after this today. It's like, oh my gosh, I got to do this. If that goes too white there. It's kind of a neat shape though. That's not making sense value-wise, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe it does. If all that was red instead, that could be interesting. Well, wish it had a teeny bit more. Teeny bit more. Putting that right on there. Just, ooh, yeah, it's a dusty pastel, so it was looking like it was more of the more orangish tone, but it wasn't. Just had it on it. Yeah, this could be the answer. Because it's going to bring the value down, but it's also going to give this interesting shape, all one color, just like this kind of shape that kind of looks like a hand or something to me. I'm trying to figure it out. Even though, yeah, I know it's a field, it's a landscape. I just looked at a lot of cats becoming bombs and just so many wild things in some of his films. The imagery was just intense. So now you start seeing, oh, what could that be? What shape is that? Yeah, it's a hand. There's the nail polish on that one part where I went too red. Okay, I'm stopping there. I'm stopping. I think I'm stopping. And then I take it back up again. I'm stopping, really. Just define the tree a little bit more. Pull it down a little bit. You erase so much out, and then it gets so fuzzy because it's just this willow charcoal, so it's not gonna probably stay. And put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out. Just kind of, just never quite yet figured where the highlights are, where the darks are, and things like that. Just when you're going from your head and it's like, okay, what is this cloudy scene and where is the sun really coming from? Did I ever determine it? No, I just jumped in without a plan. I always tell my students, a plan. Make a little notan, a little thumbnail sketch. Figure out what you're doing first. But I did not do it. But that's okay, because it's not anything more than an explore. It's an exploration, and that's all it's supposed to be. So I have to remind myself of that too. I'm just having fun and getting my hands messy. And I'm winding down the day, and that's what this is about. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that and be kind and silence that inner critic and just have a good time with the medium. So explore. Okay. I think I'm going to call it. I say that, and then I look at one more thing. It's like, no, I can't because that doesn't look right. Oh, well. I gotta not worry about it. I'm just putting that white circle on. All right. Usually I end up liking white charcoal. I think I will, and then I don't. And then I wish I had just done eraser. But if you're doing on charcoal on toned paper, like a paper that's gray or cream, then it comes in handy. But here, you might as well just use your eraser and get to the white of the paper, or somewhat white. We're good. We're good. We just get end this because I gotta go to bed. It's gone on. How long? Here's my stream thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll just find my camera and we'll be in business. Maybe. Underneath all the charcoal. Here we go. So yeah, just like always, make a picture, get ready and post it on my social media. That's just my own accounting. It's not like, I feel a little bit weird about it, but it keeps me from breaking the streak, the 4,000 whatever day streak. All right. So got it done. Got it ready to go. And boom. Ready to go to bed. Ready to go wash my hands. But I had fun. If you joined me, thank you. Appreciate you just hanging in there. And if you ever have questions, art-related questions, feel free to reach out and write to me. My Instagram is Renee Ortiz Studios. Everything is Renee Ortiz Studios, so you can find me there. So yeah, I look forward to doing many more of these. I think we'll see. I still like in this trial mode of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep live streaming them or not, but for right now, for this week, I am. And then we'll see after that. Okay. Take care. Bye.